Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about bringing fun back to education in New Zealand. I'm sure you're wondering, what am I talking about? I'm talking about a new educational game that is what it sounds like, a fun game that is also educational. Economic information. About 4.8 million people live in the country of New Zealand. It has a population growth rate of 0.79%. It has a GDP of 4.5 million. It has a per capita of $30,493. The unemployment rate is very low at 6.4%, and the inflation rate is 1.1%. The main exporting goods are dairy products, meat, wool, wood, fish, and machinery, while the main import goods are machinery and equipment, vehicles, aircraft, petroleum, electronics, textiles, and plastics. Here is some brief Human Development Index information. The Human Development Index, or HDI for short, is 0.917 and ranked 16 worldwide. The life expectancy at birth is okay at 82 years of age. The years of schooling in New Zealand is 19. The inequality HDI is 0.846. Poverty is very low. Some would say it's almost none. Employment to population ratio, which is people 15 and older, is 65.8%. And exports and imports percentages of GDP is 88.5. Here's the political structure or issues we might face. The government of New Zealand is formed from a democratically elected House of Representatives. The sovereign, or something similar to our head of state, is the source of all executive legal authority in New Zealand. The reason that is important is the government advises the sovereign or head of state. Foreign investment is welcome, but the government may screen some large investments. According to the 2018 Index of Economic Freedom website, New Zealand's average tariff rate is 1.6%. Non-tariff barriers are low because of unilateral trade, liberation, and participation in trade agreements. On the bright side, New Zealand and the United States are close strategic partners. They have a deep and long-standing friendship that are united by a commitment to promote a free, democratic, secure, and prosperous world. Here are some cultural factors that we must be aware of if we plan on being successful in New Zealand. There are three main cultures existing in New Zealand: New Zealanders, Maori, and Kiwi. Since 1987, New Zealand has had two official spoken languages, English and Maori, and one official sign language. English is the primary language spoken though. New Zealanders are described as conservative and reserved individuals, especially when they are unfamiliar with someone. The Maori culture is fairly similar to the Kiwis in terms of values and norms. They will occasionally burst out into speech and song that are well known throughout New Zealand. But the Kiwis are usually kind, outgoing, and believe in extended hospitality. New Zealand scores very low in power distance. It has a score of 79 in individualism, and it has a score of 58 in masculinity. Business plan. The service or product we want to introduce in New Zealand is an educational game. We want the game to be able to assist students while studying for tests, homework, and also something they do in their free time. We will start by applying for the Ministry Licensing of Education, and after this process, we will contact local schools to present our product. We have found out that many games or softwares of this type range between $2,750 to about $11,000 over 4 years, so we plan to adapt our price within that range. We also are aware of legislations in New Zealand, such as the Education Act of 1989 and the Education Act of 1964. So we also plan to be compliant of this ordinance.